Triumph set the tone for the upcoming silly season by announcing JLXWOL's contract extension through 2026, kicking off what could be one of the most dramatic and unpredictable off-seasons in recent history. While it may only be March, the looming contract expirations of nearly every top rider in the 450SX class make it impossible to ignore the potential shakeups that could reshape the landscape of the sport. Unlike Jet and Hunter Lawrence, who are locked in with Honda HRC Progressive, the rest of the Premier class is essentially wide open. Riders like Chase Sexton, Ken Roczen, and Cooper Webb, each of whom has been a championship contender, are all entering the final years of their current contracts, meaning they could be on the move heading into 2026. Add to that the anticipated arrival of Triumph and Ducati in the 450 class, and the pieces are in place for one of the most volatile off-seasons in years. With top manufacturers likely looking to secure their future lineups sooner rather than later, discussions and negotiations could begin much earlier than expected. Chase Sexton, in his second year with Redbull KTM Factory Racing, has proven himself as one of the top riders in the sport, and KTM will undoubtedly want to keep him in their camp. However, with his contract set to expire at the end of 2025, there's always the possibility of another manufacturer making a push to lure him away. His teammate Aaron Plessinger is in a similar position, having signed an extension in 2024 that also runs through the end of 2025, making KTM's lineup far from secure heading into the following season. Over at Monsterenergy Yamaha Star Racing, Cooper Webb is in the second year of his current 2-year deal, making him another major player in the upcoming silly season. Webb's return to Yamaha was highly anticipated after his departure from KTM, and while he has shown strong performances, the question remains whether Yamaha will extend him beyond 2025, or if he'll test the waters elsewhere. Then there's Eli Tomac, the veteran who remains one of the sport's most dominant riders when healthy, but his future is an open question. His current contract only runs through 2025, and at this point in his career, no one truly knows whether he'll commit to another season or if retirement is on the horizon. Justin Cooper, who signed just a 1-year deal this past offseason, is also facing an uncertain future. With his contract set to expire at the end of this year, he will be looking to prove he deserves a longer-term deal, whether with Yamaha or another team. One of the few riders on Yamaha with long-term security is Christian Craig, who recently signed a 2-year deal that ensures he remains with the team through 2026. Ken Roczen is another massive name entering free agency after 2025. The German superstar signed a 1-year extension with Progressive Insurance Exeter Suzuki this offseason, meaning he has no commitments beyond next year. Roczen has been one of the most exciting and unpredictable riders when it comes to team decisions, having previously tested free agency before ultimately returning to Suzuki. Will he stick with Suzuki again, or could he be tempted by a new opportunity, possibly with one of the incoming manufacturers like Triumph or Ducati? Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing also has decisions to make, as Malcolm Stewart's current 2-year contract is set to expire at the end of 2025. Stewart has battled injuries throughout his time with the team, but when healthy, he has shown the speed to be competitive. Whether Husqvarna decides to renew him or move in another direction remains to be seen. Monsterenergy Kawasaki finds itself in an interesting position as well. Jason Anderson is in the final year of his 2-year contract, making him another major name who could be on the move heading into 2026. However, the team also secured the services of reigning MXGP champion Jorge Prado this past offseason with a multi-year deal, ensuring at least one of their spots is locked in. Rockstar Energy Gas Factory Racing will also have to make decisions, as Justin Barcia's current 2-year deal expires at the end of 2025. Barcia has been a staple in the 450 class for years, and while his aggressive riding style has made him a fan favorite, his long-term future with Gas is uncertain. With nearly every top contender approaching free agency at the same time, this silly season has the potential to be one of the most chaotic in recent memory. The introduction of Triumph and Ducati into the 450 class in 2026 only adds another layer of unpredictability, as both manufacturers will be looking to build competitive teams and could make aggressive moves to secure top riders. While some of these riders could ultimately re-sign with their current teams, there's also a real possibility that we see some major shakeups that redefine the competitive landscape. It wouldn't be surprising to hear rumors start circulating in the coming months as teams and riders begin strategizing for what could be one of the most significant off-seasons the sport has seen in years. Whether we see big moves or a more conservative approach from teams, one thing is certain: 2026's silly season will be one to watch.